Here's an update on Abrego Garcia, the Maryland father who was disappeared by the fascist MAGA regime and sent to an El Salvador prison camp due to a, wait for it, administrative error. No, really, that's literally what the Trump Department of Justice argued in court. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen flew to El Salvador yesterday to check on Abrego Garcia. And good news, he's alive and he's well. This is what it looks like when you stand up for democracy and your constituents. Chuck Schumer, I'm looking at you. Massive respect for Senator Chris Van Hollen. And this is what happens when Americans collectively unite and stand up against authoritarian actions from this administration. And the job's not over until every single person who was illegally deported gets returned and has their right to due process that is guaranteed by the US Constitution. Meanwhile, Trump and the entire right-wing media machine are working overtime to push propaganda and lies over Abrego Garcia's case.
So you're talking about Abrego Garcia, is that the one? Yeah. Is an illegal alien, MS-13 gang member and foreign terrorist. This comes out of the State Department and very legitimate sources. I mean, I assume I'm just giving you what they handed to me, but this was supposed to be certified stuff.
Here's where we need to be careful so we don't get sucked into the MAGA bullshit, because Trump and his MAGA fascist minions are trying to frame this case as Abrego Garcia the criminal, despite no evidence that he's a criminal or a terrorist. And they want to distract us to keep us from talking about the actual facts of this case. That the fascist MAGA government disappeared and violated the constitutional rights of Abrego Garcia. Not only that, they admitted in court that it was an error to send him to El Salvador, and they are defying a Supreme Court order to return him. That's it. Everything else is noise, and that's the only thing we should be focusing on. That the fascist MAGA government violated somebody's constitutional rights, admitted to it, and are defying the Supreme Court. And if we as Americans allow the fascist MAGA regime to deny people their constitutional rights and defy Supreme Court orders and the rule of law, then we've already lost our country and our democracy. And that's why this case is so important.